we're getting ready to get on the trail. I've got some company today. My oldest son is going, and we're getting ready to make the trail from Highway 27 up to Highway 270. And I just wanted to show, if you cross the highway from the trailhead, there's a little road. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. There's a little road here on the left. I guess you say you're going north. Not very far, just 50 yards or so. You can make a, a left here and go back in the woods. There's an actual nice little parking area. And so we've parked up here. There's a couple other cars here also. And we're getting ready to get on the trail. But I wanted to show this parking area because it's not easily found. If you don't know about it, you won't even know it's here. But Carmen's ready to hit the trail. We're getting ready to pull out of here. It's right at 7 o'clock. And it's a little nippy. We're not sure what the temperature is. There's no cell signal here, so we're gonna get started, and I'll update you here in a few minutes. Okay, we're getting started. I just want to give a visual here on the map. We're starting here at Highway 27. We're gonna follow this around. And I'll head to Story Creek Shelter. We'll pass that. And we'll pick back up. We'll cross this 149. We'll go around, like I said, the Story Creek Shelter. Follow this all the way around. And up to Sutton Mountain. I hope it's not that bad, but that's where we plan on staying tonight. And then we're going to leave Sutton Mountain in the morning. Follow this line around. I think this is about close to 30 miles total. And we're going to go around to Blowout Mountain, which doesn't sound good either. And then, let's see, after Blowout Mountain, we'll go up and around. I guess there's this filler creek I failed to mention here. Shelter, which we won't stay there. We'll stop in, but then we're going to keep going and go to Blowout Mountain, down and over, and then we'll be on Highway 270, but it's called the Big Brushy Campground, I believe is what they call it, and that's where we're going to end our hike. And we're going to have Lori from Bluebell Cafe shuttle us back if she's available. If not, I'll have to get a different shuttle service, but that's the plan. That covers about 30 miles. We're going to do about 15 today and 15 tomorrow, and that should cover the whole route. Okay, we just got started good and we're reaching our first road. And you see this huge culvert. They say bears stay in those sometimes. I don't know, that'd be a big bear. But you see the water's flowing really well. There's plenty of water right here as you start the trail. And we're gonna cross a road. I'll mark it on our maps, but I'm not sure what road this is, but it's just a little gravel road. And then we're gonna drop back into the woods on the other side. It's a decent road, but just gravel. Come on, Carmen, up the trail. Up the trail. Good girl. And we're gonna drop back down and get this show on the road. We've got to make 15 miles today or thereabouts, so we got to get to moving. But anyway, that's the first road crossing.
Got it.
Okay, this first water crossing is a bear. Are you started?
Uh-huh.
All right. Oh! That ain't good there. I guess if I get hypothermia, I want it filmed.
Oh!
Okay, that takes stable. Okay, one over. Yes. Rest of the crew over. Carmen next. So, Carmen, come on. Be careful, girl. Be careful. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl. Okay. Just step easy on that. That log's giving right there. Grab this little vine and grab my arm and I'll help you up. All right. You got it. All right. Good job. That first water crossing's a bear. There's no way not to get wet. We could have taken our shoes off. We could have tried some different ways, but it's at least in the 20s or low 30s right now. So anyway, that was our best way across. And we're gonna get back on the trail. Hopefully there's not too many of those. Okay, we're at the next water crossing. It's pretty deep. We've thrown a bunch of rocks out there. We're gonna see if we can make it. Chris is giving it the first shot. I think he got a little wet testing, but if we can make it across to that rock, you're saying we're good? That rock you're on solid?
Yeah, I think we can make it now. Let me test it.
Seem pretty solid?
No.
No?
I mean, you just have to put your foot on it.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I guess go on over and throw me the sticks. Okay, we made that last water crossing. There's a little, went a few hundred yards and we got this makeshift camp. And it looks like we're reaching a road of some type. I'll mark it on the map, but we're getting ready to cross there was a little road right behind us, but it was just like a little dirt road. And this one looks like it might be a maintained road. And I think we're getting close to Muddy Creek. I think we were like a half a mile from it. Left, Carmen. Looks like we're gonna cross this bridge. Maybe this is Muddy Creek. In fact, I think I remember looking at the at the book, and it showed a bridge going over Muddy Creek. Now that I think about it, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We left about 7:15, 7:30 at the latest. Had a few setbacks on trying to cross water crossings in tennis shoes, not wanting to get our feet wet. It hadn't worked perfectly, but it's worked. Looks like we're gonna get a little wet here. And just try to stay on the edges. Oh, don't! I wouldn't do that. Okay, we gotta make it across this bridge, but I think we're at Muddy Creek. I'll mark it on the maps, and we'll move right along. I'll check back in. Okay, we've just about made it over, but if you're in tennis shoes and you're trying to cross here, you're probably gonna get wet. Water's standing on this bridge. We got on the rail. I don't highly recommend that, but we got on the rail and kind of walked down it, but it's not something I like to do. But this is Muddy Creek, I believe, and we're almost across it. Got just a little puddle or two to go across. No big deal. Looks like it cuts back in the woods on the other side, and then we're gonna pick back up there, but we're trying to keep our feet dry in tennis shoes because it's in the upper 20s, 30 degrees at the best, so we just don't want to get our feet wet. Okay, looks like we're slowly approaching a sign. I think it's a Womble Trail. I'm not certain, but we'll see here. Yep, looks like the Womble Trail goes down, and the Ouachita Trail is pointing up, but it's really straight ahead, I believe. At least the blue paint is. But anyway, we're moving along. I think we're still about a mile out from the shelter. And we're running a little bit behind with all the water crossings, but we're gonna pick up speed and see if we can make up some time. Okay, we're at Story Creek and Story Shelter. It's gonna be a shelter sign, but somebody's there, so we're not gonna stop. We won't bother them. We're on the trail. We're gonna, there's a sign here, and I can see there's somebody up there, so we're just gonna stay on the trail and keep going. But anyway, here's the shelter sign, and it's a really nice shelter. But we're going to the next shelter to stay anyway, so. Okay, we just passed the shelter. We followed this. It kind of follows the creek here. This is where they want you to cross. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty deep. We're in tennis shoes. We don't really want to get our socks wet. We've been pretty successful to here. You can see blue paint on the other side. I think we're going to bushwhack down just a little bit and see if we can cross farther down. There's some, it looks like it might be not as wide. Anyway, we're going to give it a shot. It's pretty wet, and if you got boots, no problem. From the next camp, about 5 miles. And there's been no water along the way since we left the last story shelter. But they've had a lot of rain recently, and so there's these runoffs. And that's pretty cool. And you can definitely refill. But they're seasonal. I'm sure they're not here unless it's rained recently. But anyway, like I said, we're about 5 miles from Sutton Mountain Shelter. Wasn't bad at all. Ran into a couple other hikers. Looks like they're here for tonight too. We made fairly good time. It's 3 o'clock, so not too bad. And a real nice shelter. Picnic tables, benches. Pretty nice setup. Anyway, we've made it to Sutton Mountain Shelter. Okay, we just passed mile marker 108. We've hiked about, I don't know, about 13, 14 miles, I guess. We're gonna try to mosey on down the trail. Somebody was already at Suck Mountain. I don't know why the mountain is called Suck Mountain, because it's really not bad at all. In fact, we're fixing to try to make another 8 miles. I don't know that we'll make it because it's gonna get dark. You can probably see that sun right up in front of us. We probably got about another hour and 15 minutes worth of sunlight, but that just means a lot of hiking in the dark, and I lost my headlight, so that's gonna make it a little harder. But we're gonna mosey down the trail. We didn't really bring enough gear to camp at a campsite, so we really need to make it to a shelter. But since somebody was already in Suck Mountain Shelter, we moseyed on. We'll just see what happens, but we're gonna try to make another 7.5 miles, which will put me at my record, be over 21 miles. We'll see if that works out. Anyway, I'm gonna check out and we're gonna get to hiking. Okay, we got about 6 miles left to get to the next shelter, but it's gonna be dark most of this hike. I'm just gonna get a drink. She's been all in the water, so hopefully she didn't get too cold. It's gonna get in the 20s. Anyway, we gotta get up the trail. Running out of daylight. We're crossing a road here. I'll tag it. I'm not sure which road, but I can tell you we're at least 5 miles from where we need to be. And I can tell you that the sun goes down in 10 minutes. That's about all I can tell you. And I can tell you it's gonna get to 25 tonight. And we've been in a lot of water, so we need to find the crossing. Do you see it anywhere? Okay, it says hard left, so it must be down here. I'm thinking.
You mean right?
Well, yeah, see, the blue's right there. Well, it's a hard left if you're going that direction. But here's the paint. Okay, so we're gonna cut back in the woods. Or actually, I guess we're gonna follow this road a little bit, because that's just a marker to, I mean, there's definitely no way to go in. Oh, right here maybe. No? No, I'm not either. Oh, here's the other blue though, Chris, right there.
Here's the road we were coming down.
Yeah, but see this blue?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. So we're definitely going wrong right now.
Here's the creek we're crossing.
Right, but let's, it's gotta be that you cross right there and go up that way. So we're gonna go up this way and check it out. Okay, well, a little confusion when you come out. You see blue here and there, but if you look down, there's a bridge and there's tons and tons of water. But there's a blue marker in the dead center of the bridge. I just happened to see it, and if it had been dark, boy, I would have probably had a lot harder time. So you just kind of follow to the right. Obviously, if you're heading to Highway 270. We're gonna snap some photos and get a little here, but then we're gonna try to move on. A lot of water. Pretty good current. It's not coming over the bridge, thank goodness. But anyway, we're gonna take a few photos and head on down the trail. Carmen. Okay, we still got daylight. I think this is called Rainey Creek we're getting ready to cross. FS 149. Do we see any paint? I don't see any obvious markings. You see it? I see white paint. You see any blue? Oh, okay. We're hoping that's the right paint. No, Carmen. We're crossing the bridge again. Pretty nice view. Really great photo ops. I'm going to take a few photos real quick, and we're going to head across here and see where we cut back in before it gets dark on us. Okay, we've been doing nothing but following this gravel road for a little ways. We could set up camp maybe, but we didn't really bring anything except for one hammock and some emergency blankets because we had planned on staying in shelter. So we're going to keep it going, see if we can still make it to the shelter. It looks like we're getting ready to cut in the woods, but anyway, we followed that road and we're cutting in to the right. It's clearly marked and we're heading on in. Okay, we managed to make it all this way, 20 plus miles, and we had to finally get wet and all that. It's 25 degrees out. Water's like icicles. I don't even know if you can see it, but the bridge was flooded. We can't come across the bridge. We got to walk up this road about a mile. Still, my shoes, socks, everything are sopping wet, pants. So we got to get out of this, or we're going to get hypothermia or something. I don't know. Anyway, checking out. Okay, it wasn't over yet. We had to cross this. Roads washed out, logs on it. I don't know. I can't even show you how bad it is. There's not enough lighting, but I can show you that the water is raging across this bridge, and we had to walk up it. I can't really give it justice in the pitch dark, but all I can say is we had to carry the dog, and the water is raging mad. So, don't try this at home. Okay, we just left Rainey Creek shelter. We stayed there with a real nice couple. Last night we got in there, had some really bad terrain, beat my longest record, which is now 21 miles in one day. And I'm not gonna do that again, but we've made it to the mile marker 100, so I've got 100 miles left, it appears. We've called Lori from Bluebell Cafe. She's coming to pick us up at the 270 highway, and they'll finish our hike for today. But we would have covered close to, I want to say it's about 28 to 30 miles, something like that. It's good, crisp in the morning. Last night it got down in the 20s, probably 25, and but it wasn't too bad. And we're up and at 'em again this morning, and we've got to get on the fast track to finish this trail so we can meet Lori to maybe even possibly get to eat at Bluebell Cafe. So anyway, we're gonna get back on the trail. Okay, just got off the phone with Lori. We're crossing the highway. Looks like 33, FS 33, and just a long gravel road of some sort. And we just got to cut back in. Looks like here to the right. We're gonna cut right back in the woods, and I think we got about a mile left to Highway 270, and she's gonna meet us there and take us back to Highway 27. So anyway, we got about 30 minutes to get there, so we need to get rolling. We'll check back in later.